So what do you support Trump on?
Abortion, heavily.
Okay. So let me ask you this question. If I could prove to you that voting for Democrats would save more human lives, would you support the Democrats?
You can't prove that when Democrats support abortion, which is killing human lives.
I'm just asking you, like, if I could prove that to you, would you then support Democrats?
If you could prove that to me, but it'd be impossible considering how much abortion that they're pushing for, and abortion should be just plain out illegal, which is something the
You can think it's
Republican Party
impossible
can.
all you want. I'm just asking you, if I could do that, do you think that that would be enough reason for you to say that you would support Democrats?
Yes, but again, I'm against abortion, so
Okay, so I got you. So, the Republicans in the Trump administration, through the use of Doge, have cut USAID, which, according to a Lancet study, will lead to 14 million people dying by 2030. Way more than anything you'd be able to attribute to Democrats. Even if we attributed every single abortion to be prevented, right under a Republican administration, that still would mean that more people would die under that system. And also, again, when Trump has left it up to the states, there's been more abortions since Trump leaving it up to the states. So there's not much you can attribute to him saving lives there. But yeah, in terms of overall saving lives, Democrats save millions more lives than Republicans.
I still full-heartedly believe abortion should be illegal.
Okay.
And
So I understand you think that, but even if you think that, you still think that Democrats are the preferable option in harm reductionism because of the fact that there are going to be more human lives saved under Democrats. So your goal
they
with
still
trying
want
to
to
make
push for
abortion illegal is to reduce the amount of people dying. Okay, so if that's your goal, and that's your inevitable goal in doing that, well, then you're going to support the candidate that aligns most with saving human life, which is the Democrats.
Can I comment on some stuff that people are commenting in the chat real quick?
Can you comment on what I just told you, please, first?
Can you repeat it? Sorry, I was reading something.
So if you care, if your goal about trying to make abortion illegal is to save human lives, well, then your goal with who you're going to vote for, whether it be on either side, is going to be to save human lives. If Democrats save more lives, well, then you would vote for Democrats. I proved to you that Democrats would save more lives than Republicans.
Yes, but they're
Therefore,
still
you
pushing
should
for
vote for
abortion.
Democrats.
But they're still pushing for abortion, though.
So
Which is
it's still net a better option for you because you're saving more human lives under a Democratic perspective or candidate than you are under a Republican candidate, given that the Republican candidate through Doge cut USAID, which will lead to 14 million people dying by 2030.
I can see that, but again, they still want abortion, and I will always stand against abortion. You are mentioning the fact of already like breathing humans and people who are, in the Democrats' words, actually alive, not people who are in the womb. I feel like there should be more protection against those people who aren't.
You can say that all you want, but still, what is the better view is really what you're going to say, because it's either Trump or Harris, right? And if Trump saves less lives than Harris, then you couldn't justify voting for Trump by saying that he'll save more lives.
I think all lives should be saved.
Yeah, you can say that, but you'll save the most amount of lives if you vote for Harris over Trump. Because again, she would not have cut USAID, which will again lead to 14 million people dying by 2030, according to a Lancet study.
Fair.
So even you can literally still be pro-life, and it still logically necessitates you still support Harris over Trump. Yeah.
I'm not like pro-birth or anything. I am pro the existence of humans. There's been so many abortions that, yes, it would save more people now. I believe both should go in effect, that abortion should be illegal, but we should still help those people who are living. Like those people in foster homes and stuff like that, and adoption centers. Everyone else should be helped out, not just,
Unless you're on food stamps or Medicaid.
I believe there should be more of a curve, not just a flat-out ban line if you make too much.
Yeah, I understand, but that's agreeing with Democrats, not Republicans. And then also, again, if your perspective here is to save the most amount of people, you support Harris over Trump. It's a logical implication.
Harris wanted to keep abortions.
So did Trump. Trump wants to keep it depending on the state.
Still, I don't think that I don't like abortions.
Yeah.
It's against my religion.
And by the way, it's not.
It is. I'm Catholic. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so you're saying the Catholic interpretation, the church interpretation.
It's our rules, yes, that you can't have an abortion.
What are your thoughts on Numbers 5:11 through 31?
Can you read it for me, please?
Yeah, it specifically says if a woman cheats on her husband, and the husband suspects it, she can drink this bitter water, and it will induce a miscarriage if she cheated.
You said Numbers 5:11?
Yeah, 11 through 31. Like, it literally says you should get an abortion in that instance. So all things and people, while you're looking at that. Jessica, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you very much. Janine, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Thank you very much. Get some W's for Janine in the comment section right now. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That is also very true. I did see that as well. Phil, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, Fox News isn't even classified as news. You're totally right about that. It's literally under entertainment now. Sarah, thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. Skyly, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $10. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Skyly, thank you. Becky, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. That is also very true. That's a point I'm going to bring up right now. Thank you so much. Megan as well. Thank you for the $1. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Megan. And that's also very true. And that's not a reason to take it away from everyone, right? Yeah, maybe sometime I'll do that. I don't know if MAGA would listen to that, to be honest.
Okay, I finished reading that.
Go ahead.
So I did read it, but again, that is also from the Old Testament too, and Christians believe more in the New Testament and the New Law.
Okay, well, I'm just asking, is this okay at that point in history?
In that part in history, yes, it was.
Yeah, you think they should have got an abortion?
No.
Wait, but
It's not
that's
the
exactly what the scripture tells them to do. In that instance, at that point in history, it says they should have gotten an abortion.
It's not the child. Yes, but it's not the child's fault for the mother's unfaithfulness.
Oh, okay, so then, but like that's what Numbers 5:11 through 31 says. It says that if she is suspected, she drinks the bitter water, it will induce a miscarriage, and that she should drink the bitter water.
It also says the curse will be lifted upon her.
If she is not cheated.
I don't know.
Your Lord commands that this is what should happen, so you think in this instance abortion should occur.
I believe more in the New Testament because I am Christian.
Yeah, you as a Christian believe in the New Testament, right? But the New Testament doesn't abolish the old laws. It fulfills them, doesn't it?
It changes them.
It fulfills them.
It changes a couple of them. A big thing is you wearing mixed clothing.
But again, regardless, you agree at this point in history that this should have been the case, and that your God thought this was good at that point in history.
I guess I'm not a religious scholar, but still, life is created at conception.
Do you believe in Adam and Eve?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm Catholic. What do you mean? Why?
It's in the Old Testament.
Yes. I'm
So are
not
you
saying
saying-
that I'm not saying the Old Testament is false. I'm just saying that a lot of things were changed in the New Testament.
Okay, so
Like-
what in the New Testament contradicts this verse in Numbers 11 through 31? 5:11 through 31. So give them a second to find that information real quick. If you're on YouTube, again, hit that thumbs up, everyone. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Here on TikTok, everyone, for the 6.1 thousand people here on TikTok, tap that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes, everybody. It'll help get it out to more people, everyone. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up, everyone. It really helps push it out to more people. Let's try to get to 2,000 likes if we possibly can. I'd really, really, really appreciate it. Give them a quick second to see if they can find this information real quick. And 10,000 seconds. Thank you so much for the $20. Thank you. If they argue the Old Testament, it's the Old Testament, so they don't follow it's the word of God. Was God wrong and then change his mind? Yeah, that's a great question to ask because God is perfect. So at least it would apply for this point in history. And now that's actually a criticism I have because technically someone could argue it's not a change in mind that they think, oh, it should be applied at this point in history, and then they think it should be applied at that point in history. That you're technically not changing your mind because it's at different points in history, but you're changing your mind about how the world should operate in those different times. So that, to me, that's what I think. But
So
did you find that information? Oh, you just cut out. I can't hear you when you swipe out of the app, by the way.
Oh, sorry, did not know that. I did find someone. It wasn't a contradiction to the New Testament, but it was someone who explained that in a little bit more detail because we're supposed to yes, you're supposed to read the Bible, but you're also supposed to go to people who study the Bible and live through the Bible, like priests and scholars and stuff like that, to help them more interpret it. So what about that verse that you're saying, Numbers 5 through 31?
So you don't have any new verse that goes against that?
No, but it wasn't actually an abortion. It was just saying that she would not be able to carry
This
children
is an abortion.
permanently.
Can you define what an abortion is?
An abortion is killing a life. That is
Intentionally killing it, right? So taking the bitter water intentionally induces a miscarriage.
It's not a miscarriage.
It is an intentional miscarriage. Yes, it is. If you look at the scripture.
Yes, but it means that it's not an abortion. It's sorry.
This
It's
is an
not a
abortion.
miscarriage.
If you intentionally induce a miscarriage, is that an abortion?
Yes, but she's not.
You just
pregnant.
conceded.
It does not. It does not state that she is pregnant. It is stating that
Yes, it does.
she will no. It states that she's no longer able to carry.
Yeah, when she was already carrying.
Oh my God, what was that? You gonna ask something else, or?
No, I've already proved that point.
No, I'm just saying that she permanently cannot have a child after this.
Wait, I don't even think that's the. You're saying that she becomes infertile is the argument.
Yes.
Okay, well, if you read the verse, it says that her womb will swell and it causes a miscarriage. So her
The
womb
scholar I
swells
read-
and it causes the womb to miscarry. I think that's very, very clear. It's not just becoming infertile. It's literally referencing, right, miscarriage.
The scholar I read said that it just makes her infertile, not that she was pregnant. That was what from the scholar I read. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, maybe you could do more research into that. Maybe I'll give you a different argument. Because I think that's an explicit circumstance where it's saying that abortion is good at that particular point in history under your view. But even from your perspective, there's nothing in the Bible that says you have to value it at conception. You can value it at the moment it becomes sentient and still be Christian. There's nothing about Christianity that means you have to value cellular life, because Christians don't typically have to argue that it's murder to pull the plug on an individual in their family that's brain dead, even though they have cellular life. So you can absolutely, from a Christian perspective, be pro-choice. There's nothing about being pro-choice that conflicts with the Christian perspective. Hell, God is pro-choice.
He is not pro-choice.
Yes, God is
believe
pro-choice. God allows for abortions to occur. God does not prevent
that.
them.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. God allows for abortions to occur. He does not prevent them from occurring.
No, it is still a human life. From the moment you were conceived, you are a human life. What if Mary got an abortion against Jesus?
What?
If
So, I mean,
what if
face to go for it. That's her choice.
You
And also,
believe
like, I mean, if you want to talk about that, why did God impregnate a minor?
she wasn't a minor?
Yes, she was.
No, she wasn't.
Is 12 to 16 a minor?
What case do you have of having her age?
Her age is between 12 through 16. Especially Catholics, the Catholic Church accepts that, right?
I don't know her age, but I know that she was not a minor.
She was. So do you consider
find your source?
How about this? Do you consider a 16-year-old a minor?
Yes, in my state it is legal. I'll say that.
Okay, so
yes,
so
I
if you
do
consider
believe they're
16-year-old a minor, then we're gonna agree there that God impregnated a minor. Even at the oldest age you could possibly assign to Mary, right? She still was a minor. And also, God chose to impregnate his own mom.
What? No,
Yeah.
he asked Mary for permission. He asked her if
You don't think that kids can consent, right?
he consented to carry Jesus' child. She
You think
was
kids
sinless
can
from
consent to
birth.
being impregnated
By God. God's not just a human.
by an eternal being? I don't think that they can consent. No, I think that's absurd.
I still consented. I don't
Do you
know
do
her
you think
actual
do you think
age.
it's incest to impregnate your mom?
Yes.
That's what God did.
No.
Yeah, because Jesus is the son of Mary, right?
Jesus is the Son of God. You're acting like they are one.
So Jesus is not God?
Jesus is the Son of God, and yes, he's God in human flesh.
So God in human flesh. So Jesus is God. God impregnated Mary. Jesus is the son of Mary. God impregnated his mother.
No, you're acting like they're one person. That is a heresy.
Well, you'd say it's three persons, one essence, right? Same essence, same notion, right? But like, I think that's nonsense. I do think that the only way you can accurately define it is like some notion of like, you have a bit of feedback. Is there a way we can fix that? I think maybe
what do
your
you-
volume's loud.
Is this better?
Yeah, it's a lot better.
Okay, sorry about that.
Oh yeah. So what did you last hear? Sorry, because I kind of.
Just you saying that that's three persons, one instance, like one person, but it's not.
But they're
it's-
all God, right?
No.
They're not. So Jesus is not God.
I didn't say that.
So Jesus is God.
Jesus is the Son of God and God in human flesh.
So Jesus is God.
He's the Son of God. And
So can we agree Jesus is not God?
I'm not going to state I understand the Trinity fully because most people do not understand it. So,
Can we agree Jesus is not God?
no, Jesus is God. He's
Jesus
also
is
the
God.
Son of
Okay,
God,
so
though.
and God impregnated Mary, right?
Yes.
And Mary is the son, or Mary is the mother of Jesus, right?
Yes.
So if God impregnated Mary, and Mary is the mother of Jesus, and Jesus is God, God impregnated his own mother.
I don't fully know how to argue against you on that. I know you're wrong. I just don't know how to say you're wrong. I'm sorry.
I know, right? Like, how am I wrong, right? Like, I think it's that that I'm not wrong is really what it is. I'm not wrong at
No, I
all.
know
I'm
you're wrong.
totally
I
right
just can't
here.
state why you're wrong.
Yeah, because I'm totally right. Because I'm not wrong.
So you're an atheist saying that,
That seems to be
um,
the logical implication. Yeah, like there. I am an atheist, yes. I grew up in a Christian conservative household.
mm,
There's a lot of things about
well,
Christianity I can't make sense of. That's one of those things that like I just genuinely can't make sense of either. And I know it comes off as like a funny topic, but genuinely it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, because like incest is wrong. Actually, you know what? In the Bible, it doesn't condemn father-daughter incest,
oh
but I
yeah, that
mean, it
was in
does
the,
condemn mother-son. So maybe then you could say that was still condemnable. So yeah, like the notion is that it's wrong, right?
I don't fully know how to. I know you are wrong because I know it's not incest, but I don't know how
You
to
don't think impregnating your
fully.
mom is incest?
Yes, I do.
So if a son impregnates his mom, then you think it's incest. So I mean, that's what happened here, right?
But um, I don't know how to state this.
I know it's confusing. It's a really confusing thing.
So are you gonna diss on all Christians because we believe in this, or
Well, I'm not. I don't think this is a diss. I just think it's something you can't make fun of or make sense of.
oh, so you can make fun of the Christian religion?
I said you can't make sense of it. Yes, I can make fun of it. Absolutely.
Do you make fun of all religions or just the Christian religion?
All religions.
Oh, so you would make fun of a Muslim?
I could make fun of parts of Islam. Yes. Like if you take a radicalist extremist position of Islam, I could totally make fun of that. The same way that I would make fun of radical extremist positions within Christianity. Now, I'm not saying I don't like Christians. I just happen to disagree with you, right? On Christianity. I think Christianity is false, and these are things that you can't make sense of. And yeah, I think it totally makes sense to make fun of these particular religions, especially because of how oppressive these particular religions have been towards the average person. And if you are a Christian, you have to know that your understanding of Christianity is not viewed as everyone else's understanding of Christianity, and you're not accountable for all the other prior existences of people using Christianity in horrible and evil ways. You can condemn those as a Christian. There are plenty of liberal Christians that do that.
Well,
Also, like
you're
again,
not
I
supposed.
don't hate my mom. My mom's a Christian.
I never said that you hate them. I just said that you make
Uh,
fun of them, which I feel like you shouldn't make fun of anyone's religion, and that is as a Catholic. I don't
I
believe
think
that
it
anyone
makes.
else's
I mean, it's
religion.
okay to make fun of beliefs that we think don't make sense, right? If it's absurd, right? And yeah, I mean, I think it's not really a big deal. Especially like it make oftentimes laughter and making fun of these things is like an important coping mechanism, right? With like the fact that a lot of us grew up in extremely religious households where we had religion pushed on us, right? And like, or we live in a society that enforces religious norms on people. I think that's what people are typically going to be like. Why we have like an important aspect of comedy within this. And I also like that doesn't mean I don't think that jokes against atheists aren't funny.
Would you go up to a Muslim person and make fun of Aisha and Muhammad?
I wouldn't just like randomly go up to someone and just like make fun of it like that. Like I'm not gonna go up to people in person and do that. But like if I'm on a live stream like this, right, I could totally make fun of extremist interpretations of either religious view, whether it be Christianity, whether it be Islam, whether it be Judaism, or any particular religious view, because I think extremist worldviews are insanely oppressive, right? Extremist religious views.
I'm not exactly. I'm trying to get myself more well versed in the Bible. That's why I can't fully like argue on why you are wrong. I just know you are because like
Well,
I
at
don't
least
fully know
use
how
this
to
as something to
explain
do
it.
the research, because
I'm
like even
trying.
even if you're from your Christian worldview, like you want to strengthen your own view, right? So any
Yes.
criticism that I provide of it is something that you should consider, right? So that you can have a stronger worldview yourself. Okay. Do you want to go back to
Um,
why you support Trump? Because I can bring up how Trump specifically said that he wanted to ban all Muslims from coming to the country.
I'd be okay with that.
You're okay with that? But
I
would you
don't
okay with doing that
agree.
if I said that about Christians?
No,
Why not?
because the Muslim ideology is based on a 54-year-old man going up to another man saying, "Hey, Allah gave me a vision to marry your daughter. Yeah, she's only 6, but don't worry, I'll wait till she's 9."
Okay, in the same way that you have specific interpretations of scriptures, there are progressive Muslims that don't
You
take
just
the
cut
interpretation of
out.
that,
I'm sorry,
and I would
you're
think that's a
paused.
preferable understanding in the same way that you take a different understanding or different interpretation of your scripture. Again, like I just mentioned to you, God impregnated a minor, right? And you're totally okay with that. You think God can't do anything wrong. So I don't know why you're okay with justifying that, but then you're going to like try to apply that to Islam so much. Like you can interpret things that don't, logically even make sense from your perspective, right? To be the case because you want to have a more preferable liberal understanding of your perspective, but then you're not allowing the openness for someone who's Muslim to do the same.
It's not an interpretation. When Muslim scholars have agreed and stated exactly how old Aisha and
And
Muhammad
yeah,
was during this whole
Christian
time.
scholars have stated how old Mary is.
Which type of Christian scholars? Because there's different
Across
denominations.
the board, 12 through 16 is literally the age that's given. And by the way, me saying 16 is being very well encompassing of like even the most like furthest interpretations. Okay, like I just you can't act like you're completely devoid of this.
Well, I'm gonna say this, that I want to go do my own research on this because I want to more understand how you are wrong, and I don't fully understand from that, and I want to look more into it. I don't want to commit a heresy by not fully understanding. So
It's kind of crazy though that like your just base operating assumption is that I'm wrong, but you can't even prove why.
well, yeah, of course you're wrong.
Why?
Because that's just not how it would work in the Christian religion. Where
A nice explanation.
I don't know how to state it, but I know you're wrong. I just
Mm-hmm.
don't know.